Insane, down, down, going in flames. Slam down into your vein. Main line straight to your brain. Well, put your quarter in it, make it, let the show begin. Uncoordinated while your brain is like an oxygen.
All right. Welcome to Wine and Cheese number 27.
Is today the 27th?
I have no idea.
When we're doing this.
I'm not great with dates, names, things, like keeping up with stuff. I have a calendar, but I rarely look at it.
Just numbers and squares. I play tic-tac-toe on my calendar.
Yeah, numbers and squares, pencils and crayons. Like it is what it is. But man, I want to thank everybody for listening this week. It's a small milestone, albeit, but the Wine and Cheese Facebook page went over 400 likes. It's steadily growing every week. I mean, there's at least 10 to 12 people every week that are liking it, and the audience is growing. And I keep a close eye on it to make sure that I know who everybody is, and I'm getting a big percentage of the people that are liking the page, listening to it, which is the goal, and I feel like we're moving in the right direction.
Awesome.
So do us a favor. Go to Facebook, find Wine and Cheese. It's WHINE and Cheese. Go to the YouTube channel, like it, subscribe. It gets it in your face quicker, and I think it's a good time. Tonight, I got my good buddy Dickie English back in the room. How you doing, man?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Man, I'm good. It's just I think I like it because I live an interesting life. I really do. I mean, I know you're in multiple bands and you have fun, you got a kid, but I got my own little interesting thing going on here.
Correct.
So I'm having a good time. It's frustrating at times because I feel like, I'm not sure if I'm going in the right direction on a lot of things, and I'm kind of constantly reevaluating. I like to think that most people do that. Like, you're always kind of questioning, am I doing the right thing? Is this what I'm supposed to do long term?
Yes.
But I don't know, maybe someone like me, it's a little bit done more frequently because, like, a guy like you, you're married, you got a kid, right?
I do.
You're happy.
I'm very.
You're happy.
Yeah.
You think you got it all figured out. Like, maybe yes, maybe no, but you're enjoying yourself.
I got that part figured out. That part
Yeah.
is definitely figured out. I've got no...
Right?
I never question that.
Man,
Ever.
I tell you what, like, I've talked a couple of times on the last couple of shows about being single again and, like, how...
Woohoo!
Yeah, it is. You were just letting me know that you haven't listened to the interview that I did with the Bag of Donuts minus Bobby. There's an interesting thing that I revealed about myself and about being single that, most people don't get to experience. I'll let you hear it.
Yeah, and I feel terrible. By the time this goes up, though, I
Yeah.
will have listened to it.
Look.
But this gets back to the life you're talking about.
Oh.
My kid is consuming my time in a good way.
Yeah.
But even just putting that on and being able to concentrate, and I want to sit down and just focus. So I normally do it on the road on the weekends.
Yeah,
And so
and that's what I like about it. I really try to keep a pulse on my audience to make sure that I'm still giving them something that they want to hear every week. And I pay attention to who's listening. And you know what? I don't care if you don't listen right away. I mean, that's kind of the point of these interviews, is that I would like them to be timeless for the individuals and not just a promotion or something like that, where you're coming in to kind of push an agenda. It's like, it's a conversation that you really could listen to whenever you want.
correct.
I
agree.
So, but you and I are in completely different spots in our life right now. I think we're about the same age. You're married recently, not recently, but in the last 5 or 10 years, and you have a child that just turned 1. I wasn't prepared for this shit.
Right? Well,
Like, being back alone, I'm in the right spot where I should be, but I definitely was not prepared for this shit. Like, being single, it's fucking wacky, dude. I may seem like a person that is very social and out there all the time, but the majority of the time, I'm by myself. Like, I'm alone pretty much all the time. I go out and play the gig and hang out with my people, and maybe on Thursday nights I kick it with Woody and Shice. And other than that, I'm kind of alone all the time.
Are you completely single?
Yeah, I'm completely single. I am one. Yeah, I am.
It's a new development?
I mean, it's just a development.
Okay.
You know, like right now I am, and you know, most of my friends that are like they have significant others, they think like, dude, you must be living it up, like just chicks and all of this and that. And I'm like, not really. You want to know what the thought of creating a human is fucking terrifying. It is.
Hey, now you know how I felt when I brought him home. Why are they letting me leave with this? You know, well, let me ask you, when you got married, how old were you?
I was, let's see, I was 20.
Yeah, there it is.
Hold on. I was 27. I'm pretty sure when I got married.
Okay.
But her and I were attached at the hip from the time that I was 20. So like it was 17 years in. You know, so I was 27.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was 35. I felt like I put a lot of that stuff off, and I've had some close calls.
Yeah, well, we all do.
So, I mean,
but we don't know if the bitch is lying or not. But you know what I'm saying? Like they say, "Oh, I'm late." I don't know if it's like a lasso trying to bring you back in, but whatever.
I think I finally got to a point where I'm like, you know what? Yeah, this is it. Not settling at all.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Yeah.
With all the bullshit I had been through. But this is a point where I was like,
just look at your chick.
Well, I
didn't
know.
Settle.
I do. No. I did look, and it took me that. Like I mean, and let's see, we started dating in 2000, end of 2007, 2008. So we've been together 8 years, and it's fantastic. But it finally was a point where I was like, oh wow, this is it. This is the feeling. This is the one.
Yep.
I'm here. There it is. I'm glad I waited.
Yeah.
And you know, I'm hoping she's, you know, not like, yeah, it's all that matters.
Yeah, but
I doubt it.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like you know, people think that I would be out there like living this big bachelor lifestyle with women and stuff like that, and I'm like, man, that's one of the things that makes me feel like I don't even want to start to talk to a girl because I know where it ends, and then there's a possibility that a human could come out of that, and I'm like, I'm just gonna go home.
Well, they make things for that, yeah.
What's that?
They make protection for that. You know.
Oh, well, yeah, they do make protection, and then you can go to the clinic and get the B bottle, and that'll wipe it out on the next day. But yeah, so it's been interesting, dude. Like I had a really good time this weekend. Went out of town, played a gig, didn't sleep. You know, may or may not have hallucinated. Just did some different shit. But it's weird times,
right?
It's weird times.
The world is yours.
Yeah, it really is. But you know what I'm finding out is that I'm only starting to enjoy myself when I'm doing this bullshit that I want to do. Being in the band, doing the podcast, being with my friends. Like all the rest of the time, I don't know, I'm not too pumped. How do you deal with that?
I don't know.
Right.
Well, I don't know. I'm not in that situation.
Yeah, but
when I was, before, my wife came along, that was a pretty shitty moment, though. So I was probably in your boat of, I could do anything right now. Anything I want. With anyone that I want.
Yeah.
I don't want to.
Yeah. And
I don't. I think I'd had enough of, even when I met her, first night, I didn't even talk to her. She wanted to meet me. This girl wants to meet. I look down and she's beautiful. I'm like, there's no friggin' way. This is a joke.
What is her angle? What does she want?
And I had just had enough of people, and I also didn't want to talk to anybody that was in the moment of, he's in the band, and he's, when he comes off, he's still that guy. Because I'm not. There's two totally different people. Yeah. And I got anxiety about it. Like, okay, great, yeah, nice to meet you, and I'm sure we'll talk later. And I just got away from it, and she cursed my ass out.
No
the
shit.
whole way home. Not at me, just the whole. She told me later, like you piece of shit.
Well, trust me, I know where she's coming from when nobody ever tells you no. When someone tells you no,
Yes,
it pisses you off.
No, because you look and go, well, and I just didn't want anything, and she left and went away, and then she pops up message on the, what I guess, Jesus, how long ago was this? MySpace at the time, and
Yeah.
I see the pictures, and I'm like,
Dickie got booty off of MySpace.
well, she popped in like, friending. She put, you wanted to add that name to the math book, and I'm like, looking at the pictures, going, what the fuck am I doing? Why am I?
Yeah.
Oh no, hey, I'm sorry. Didn't
Yeah.
mean to not talk to you, and you seem cool, and let's meet up in the next. So, and it progressed, but I was with you. It was. I don't want anything. I just want to go home. If I want to go out, I'll go out. If I want to drink, I'm going to drink. All my decisions are my decisions.
Yeah. So I'm finding myself spending a lot of time alone because it's like that's like the default. It's like, oh, I could do this, but I'm not 100% sure. So I'm going to sit here and watch 8 versions of Joe Rogan's podcast.
Right.
Like
But
that's what I'm what I'm going to do.
But you know what? It's your decision. You're
No.
happy about it. Nobody's going to go, hey, what are you doing?
But like if there's something that I could, if there's one title that I could definitely attach to myself now that like looking at it, I am the epitome of an quote eligible bachelor.
There you go.
Right. I make a really good living. I think I'm halfway good looking. I've got excellent hair.
You do have excellent hair.
So
you cover it with that hat all the time, but
so
you have excellent hair.
Yeah. So, ladies, they will approach you, and they're all fucking batshit crazy, right? Because any chick that's in her 30s to mid 30s and doesn't have a man or no kid, they're batshit fucking crazy. There's a reason they don't have anything going on.
Yes, I know.
Right?
I'm well aware of that.
So it's like it's not all it's cracked up to be, and also I want to tell them like right off the bat, it's like. I'm not fun. Like, I know I look fun. Like, hey, I'm on the stage. Hey, we're out here doing this. But like tomorrow morning, you're not gonna want to kick it with me.
And that's the thing. That was the whole. I think no.
Yeah.
And if you do, that's just even more insane.
Yeah.
But look, they're out there. I say that because you'll find the person that thinks the same way. You'll find the girl that is over all the bullshit herself. Like, hey, I just want to do this. Just want to hang.
Yep.
And then you're like, oh, and you'll get it.
Yeah. So it's okay. I'm taking it easy for right
Good.
now, and I'm
should.
I'm
man.
doing.
Enjoy it.
Yeah.
Whatever happens.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and do that, and just keep putting one foot forward. But it is. I do find myself constantly reflecting on. What am I doing? Like, and I'm like, is this a midlife crisis? Is this what the fuck am I doing? Am I making this stuff up in my head or so? Whatever. Hopefully, eventually, I will come to some type of. Maybe I'll go do ayahuasca, and you know what ayahuasca is?
No.
This is one of those things where you fly to like fucking, Istan, someplace that Davo plays music,
Okay.
right? Like Prague or something like that.
Sea of Tranquility on the moon.
And
yes.
they've got these shamans that will bring you in and put you in a tent, and they feed you this shit called ayahuasca, and it basically. For about 30 minutes, it makes you fucking puke and shit everywhere. And then you go on
sounds
like
like a great time.
Well, and then you go on basically a 12-hour spiritual acid trip. And it's supposed to bring you closer to God and like kind of enlighten you. And there's all type of famous people that have done it. Anybody who's out there, ayahuasca, I don't know exactly how to spell it. Google that shit. It'll fix that shit for you. Robin Quivers from the Howard Stern Show, Kid Rock, like all these people, they fucking went and Joe Rogan, they all went and did it, and they say it's awesome. Maybe I'll go do that and figure it out.
Maybe so.
Yeah.
Wow.
Have you ever hallucinated?
Nope.
That's right. I think we've talked about that before. That you never did do any drugs. I wish I would definitely want everybody to have done it once in their life to just understand how like amazing it is.
I'll
but
put it on the list.
Maybe
If it doesn't kill you, like I don't mind being close.
No.
I don't mind being closer to God while actually sitting in his lap, going, I guess I'm here.
Yeah, exactly. So, but man, there's been a bunch of interesting stuff going on, and I don't know how much you keep up with like pop culture. But have you ever heard of this radio show? And the only reason I'm going to talk about this is because it concerns one of the most famous people to ever come out of New Orleans. You know this radio show? It's a national radio show called The Breakfast Club. It's three black folks. It's this one cat, Charlemagne, who's like the main like driver of it, who would be like the me of the show, turned up like a million, like calling everybody out and shit. Well, apparently they had been, saying some disparaging things about Birdman. You know who Birdman is?
Yeah, the rapper.
Well, Birdman basically started Cash Money Records
Right.
and
Yeah.
created Lil Wayne and all that.
Yeah.
Well, he went and confronted them on their show this week. Did you see this?
I did not.
Okay.
I don't know anything about this.
Anybody who didn't see this, he rolled up into their radio show with like 10 dudes that are from like Hollygrove.
All right.
All right. And went in there for about a 2-minute interview and, just go online right now.
I have to look this up.
And Google respect, RESPEK, not respect, because he went in there and said, when y'all talk about me, y'all better put some respect on my name, right?
Respect.
So now there's all these like memes out there with like Tony Chachere's, photoshopped into Birdman with respect on it. Put some respect on that shit, So, but that's very, very interesting, man. This dude is like one of the rich. I think he owns an island. Like, he is unbelievably rich, but still, a couple of radio casts that were talking about him, it really got to him to where he chartered 4 private jets and flew up there to go up and meet him.
Sheesh.
And you know what I'm finding? That shit happens on every level. I'm finding people are butthurt about this podcast.
About this one?
Yeah, well, just about mine. Yeah.
Oh.
Like, people pay a lot of attention to it. Dude, I get a lot of flack about doing this. Do you ever get any flack about the times that you come on here and do this?
No, I haven't. Everybody is very complimentary about the most of the ones I heard.
It must just be you because it was curious. Like, I go back and look at the viewership, and for some reason, every time you come on here, like a pretty significantly amount of more people listen to it than everybody else, right? I think maybe you just have a bit more of a following than all the other people that I have on here, but it's pretty. I know you're sure you don't look at it, but it's pretty significant.
Cool.
And I find that people are paying attention to me of my audience and that are listening to every word that I drop. And man, it's rough. It's rough.
Well, you're putting yourself out there, man. It's bound to happen.
Yeah.
You take a swing at everything.
Yeah, but am I really taking a swing at stuff? Do you find that I'm
No, don't take that the wrong way. I don't mean like just like shitting on everything.
Yeah, I feel like I don't even do that anymore.
No, you just throw a lot of feelings out, and you're bound to upset somebody, man. That's this business.
Yeah. Well,
if you made everybody happy, you're boring.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, but it's just funny that I have very recently in the last couple of months, I've been getting a lot of like flack from just people in the local, whatever you want to call it, scene and all. So I just wanted to make sure I'm not doing.
Do you want to cite an example? Or
No, I don't want to cite an example because that's what's blowing my mind is that, look, Dickie, I don't think about you. You know what I mean?
Thanks.
Like, no. I'm saying, like, I don't think about what you do on a daily basis. I really don't. I just pretty much have confidence that you're doing the right thing and you and I are going to talk every now and then.
Yeah.
And, but I'm like that with everybody. And it just seems to be that, like, I'm getting a lot of this feedback that people are the people that are listening to the thing, it's like half of them are listening for enjoyment and the other half are listening for a moment where
they can come after you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, happens to Howard Stern.
Yeah, but
it does.
No, I know
yeah,
it.
So,
Maybe one time we'll start making Stern money and it'll all be
maybe
worth
so.
it, right?
But I mean, it's the line from the movie. It's like
Yeah.
the people that hate him listen more because they want to see what he'll do next.
Yeah, they really do. So I don't know, and I don't know. What did you think about the interview I did last week with Jack? I know you
Jack?
listened to it. Yeah,
Thought it was great. I thought it was
Didn't
a very
you?
good interview.
I did too. We got a little heated. You know what I mean? For a second, but you know, it's one of those things where it kind of took me by surprise, and I was like, oh, okay. I did see his side of it, and I think I didn't listen to the whole thing back, but I think I may have even apologized to him about something.
Yeah.
But it really is, man. When these mics turn on, like I'm just trying to make you laugh,
Gotcha. Yeah, I
or
know.
be interesting.
Even when
you
the
know?
mics are off, we're laughing and interesting.
Well, let me put it. Okay, if I could actually say what I say when the mics are off, we would already have our own television show. Okay, I'm like,
right.
you know, I mean, that's the real podcast is
Sure it is.
before or after. But at this stage, like, it's not worth it to talk about those type of things because I don't, you know, it doesn't do me any good.
Right. Well, I mean, let me say this: most of these guys won't bitch about anything or anyone that they have a personal attachment to.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of these guys that you listen to on the air are yelling about stuff that is not going to boomerang back at them.
Yeah.
I guarantee you that Stern, I'm sure, holds a lot of stuff back about certain people.
Oh, fuck yeah.
So that's how that comes off.
Birdman ain't showing up in here.
No.
I can say whatever I want about Birdman, and he's not
Right.
showing up.
But if you want him to, start bitching about him.
No, I kind of like Birdman.
All right,
Birdman,
well, there you go.
Hey, Birdman, you and I are cool, homie.
Yeah. Well, I think Robert Plant is a dick. So I'm going to hold my breath and see if he shows up and get that autograph.
Man, I was listening today to Howard, and they had a replay of a show in 2013 where Slash was on there. And I don't know if you know Slash. He's got a band now, and this guy Miles Kennedy
Yeah.
is his front man. And he was telling a story about how Led Zeppelin minus Robert Plant, obviously, they asked him to come there and jam with them, and he told some funny stories about how starstruck and like Marty McFly nerd Chris Farley he was. He was like,
Of course.
He said he's sitting there and he's like, you remember when you wrote Stairway to Heaven?
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Right. Well, you're standing in a room among gods.
Yeah.
You know, it gets intimidating.
So you don't like Robert Plant, huh?
Huh?
What'd he do to you?
I love him. I just was trying to
do
get
you?
him in here.
Oh,
I
we
figured if we bitch enough about him, he'll show up. That piece of shit.
So what
Can't even sing.
He can't even sing.
Yeah.
So what have you been up to, man? What have you and the Mollies been up to? You told me you busted your head open for like the sixth time again. Explain this to me.
Well, I know. You asked what we should talk about. I said,
Yeah.
hey, we can bring that one up.
Yeah, so what'd you do? What'd you do this time?
I found a spot in the room where gravity had a much stronger effect, and it took over.
Where were y'all at?
We were at House of Blues Orlando, which was a great, great time. I had
sure it
already
was.
been there all week. My wife and I, my son, my in-laws. We figured, well, we're gonna be there Saturday. Let's just go ahead and hit Disney World the week before, and then we'll I'll do the show, and then we'll come back home. Everything will be great. And
Tight group.
yeah, very. And so they showed up on Saturday, and the show was fantastic. Had my Mickey Mouse ears on, man, because I love Disney World.
Do you really?
Oh man,
What about the Magic Kingdom? Do you like the Magic Kingdom?
I like the Magic. I like all of them. I think Animal Kingdom is
Okay, the last time I went, I felt like the Magic Kingdom was for kids and babies, and I wasn't feeling it. But the rest of the shit, I really did.
right. Well, yeah, I love Epcot for its and
Booze.
exactly for the having a Guinness in the London pub and
Yeah.
and the Irish pub came after House of it was going to, but I love Disney World. I love Walt Disney. Is one of my heroes because that's a man that, in my opinion, wasn't doing it to be some kind of money mogul, Eminem. I want to create. I want to have children and imagine, get that out there. This guy did everything bankrupt. He wasn't trying to make a buck. He just make it happen. I don't care how it's going to happen. And he did it. And it's great. If you ever get a chance to sit down and read the biography, it's inspiring as hell.
I never have.
It's just awesome. It's just the dude that's like, I love doing what I do. I want it out there. I'm going to do it no matter what. And he got it done. And his brother helped him out. And look at this thing now.
Oh,
and he didn't even get to enjoy it.
Yeah, it's crazy.
He was dead. And that
Yeah.
wasn't even his plan. His brother turned it into a theme park.
Guarantee you he didn't die at Disney World because nobody dies at Disney World. Did you know that?
That's what they say, but it's not entirely true.
Well, they won't pronounce you
yeah.
dead till you're straight off the grounds, right?
This guy's got no head. No. Put the head outside.
No, there's still a chance.
Yeah, they get him on a monorail, take him over to the Contemporary, and he dies there.
We're going to pronounce him dead at the Ramada Inn across the street.
Exactly, yeah.
Fuck Ramada Inn.
Right. His head's still in here. Not anymore. So, well, anyway. But, so yeah, I love Disney World.
Back to you crushing your melon.
Yeah,
open.
so we do the show. It's great. I went from Dickie English to Dickie Mouse with my ears on. And,
Oh, Dickie Mouse.
And the show is over. Everybody's doing great. I'm going to go jump down and meet the crowd. Like I've said before, we talked about this. That's one of my favorite parts.
Yeah.
Is to get down and interact with the audience. And old Sir Devin Nooner goes down there. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say old. Sir Devin Nooner jumps down. I really didn't. It was OLE. I go to jump down. I turn around, and I'm thinking I'm just going to slide right down the front of the stage. Feet will stay underneath you. The problem is there's really nothing. There's storage under the stage. That means when you go down and you think you're going to hit a wall, you don't. Your feet swing under the stage. And when you've got nothing to grab onto, yeah, I lost it. And
Did you fucking think you were Greg Louganis or something? This sounds...
I was Greg Louganis. That's how it did happen
right.
after. Yeah.
He did bust his head open.
Thank you. So, well, I hit. Bam. But not hard. Like, I got back up like, whoa, nobody saw that.
Yeah.
Started to talk to this guy right in the front. He's wearing a Queen t-shirt. I thought it was a cool t-shirt. I'm like, dude, great shirt. And security guard woman taps me on the shoulder. Hey, sweetheart, you're bleeding. And I reach back there. I'm like, well, sure as shit. Said, hold on. I'll be right back. Nah, I didn't come right back. I went up there, and, paramedics and everybody came down, they come in like the Marx Brothers. And, apparently, they don't know what they're doing because they look. Well,
all they know is to get you off the ground.
Right? Yes. You got to get him out of here.
Is he gonna die? Get him out of here.
He can't die here. Like, fellas, I'm not dying. I said, but I do want to get this taken care of so I can hit the Irish pub down the street. That's what we do right there in Disney Springs now. It's not downtown Disney. And he's like, yeah, I advise against that. I said, okay. Yeah, you're probably right. I'm like, I'm not nauseated. I'm not dizzy. I gave him all my information. I remember everything, but no stitches, but bloody suit. I wanted to pick it up today and bring it in, because the guy's like, oh, man, I bring my suits there all the time. It's like, ooh, what the hell? He goes, this isn't Jaeger. That's bad. That's when you know it's bad.
That's good. I do like that.
This isn't Jaeger. This is blood. I'm like, I know, sir. Yeah, I don't know if we're going to be able to get this one out.
Well, that's good, man. Don't give us any more scares like that,
No, they said the Mickey Mouse ears saved my life.
The Mickey ears saved your life.
They did. So I put it on Instagram. I got a helmet with Mickey Mouse ears on it next time I'm going in with that. So.
Well, good. I'm glad to have you safe and sound here. Yeah, I was thinking. I drive a lot for my profession, my regular profession, and I don't know why this thought jumped into my head today. But how do you handle it when someone has a booger in their nose?
Why do I have one? Are you trying to tell me? I'm
No.
sorry.
Well, let me see.
No.
No, you're good.
Okay,
and
good.
that kind of brings us to the point that, like, I would tell you if you had. How do you handle that? Because I think I discovered something about this.
I just tell people, like, hey, man.
You tell everybody?
I do tell
or
everybody.
Is there a...
There is no, I don't want you looking stupid. And
Like,
I don't want you looking stupid next to me. Who's the guy with the booger in his nose? No.
See, I don't necessarily know if I believe you or not. Because
hey, trust me.
even a chick, even a cute chick, Like, even a hot chick, you got to tell her?
Even a cute chick. Hey, sweetheart, you might want to just do a little wipe, and then
See,
we'll be all right.
I even thought about it a little further, because, like, something on the face is different. Like, if you're eating and you got something on the face, I can tell anybody
Right.
that. But I think I discovered, and maybe this is just about myself, that is like the line of demarcation of whether or not I like you or not.
Right.
Is
Dude.
whether or not I tell you that you got a booger in your nose.
Yeah, but you got to be a hero, man. You know?
What are you
gotta-
gonna go? You gonna go fucking deep
No,
sea
no,
diving and
no,
grab
don't
it?
grab
for
it
you?
for them, but you got to let them know, hey, before you step away from me, get that out of your nose, please. It's disgusting. I've been looking at it, and maybe I want other people to look at it since I had to. Nah, take it out.
Yeah.
You know?
No. I did. I was, because I was hanging around somebody the other night, and it was like a casual fan of the band or something, and I looked at him and I was like, man, that you got a fucking rocket going on in there.
And I know what you don't want to do. You don't want to embarrass the shit out of them.
Well, no.
Well, then tell them.
No, I'd rather just ignore it and let him.
Somebody else do it.
Yeah, I really would. But if it was you, or if it's one of my friends, or if, I'm gonna tell you. You know.
Yeah.
So-
I think I'd help a brother out. I ain't even if somebody even like, hey man, look, before you leave here, grab a tissue because you're probably gonna want to hook up with somebody. You need to get that out. I don't want to ruin this guy's night. And what if he walks away and he gets to the bathroom and goes, dude, I had a book on my nose. The dude couldn't even tell me. What a dick. I at least stepped up.
Does that not, like, to me, that kind of.
Now you got me rubbing my nose the whole time.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm rubbing mine too for different reasons.
So is
because
everyone at home.
Man. I've been putting Drano up there all week. But
Oh.
look, I'm kidding. But but I think I figured that out about myself. That I will walk away from the situation and just let those people go run off into the wild.
Right? I'm not going to lie to you. That's some strange shit to think about yourself, though.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Dickie,
Everything around is like, you would have the right to, man, I don't tell people they got boogers in it.
yeah, I wrote it down. Like, as I'm driving, I was driving to Hattiesburg. I wrote that shit down. Dude, that's what I'm saying, man. I don't think people understand.
Hattiesburg?
Yeah, old Hattiesburg. Driving old Hattiesburg. I legitimately think that I may have the most random, strange, crooked, fucked up mind of anybody that has ever walked the planet.
You need to get out more.
Well, is that what you think it is?
There's some more people out there that are way more messed up.
Whoa.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, but as I'm saying, like, I don't know why that came to me. I don't know why I think about that stuff, but it was, and it consumed me. Like, I took notes on it for like 30 minutes driving, right? I'm like driving, and I got this little notepad that like is attached to my thing so where I can like see the road and kind of freehand it, and it's all fucked up. And when I get home, I clean it up.
Here's the thing. If you get in an accident while writing that down, you should have just told that dude he had a booger. Bam! Son of a bitch, you know?
Yeah, no. I do this deal where like I have left hand on the steering wheel and I'm looking at the road and I've got a pad over here and I'm just trying to write down. And yeah, when I
So
go,
that's early texting. Okay.
yeah,
To yourself, though.
Yeah, I don't want to text myself.
Right. Oh, wow. That's an impressive subject. That came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
I guess kind of like the booger.
Yeah, I don't know why, but to me it says something about someone's personal awareness.
Sure.
Like motherfucker, you don't realize right now that you got this crater hanging out of your.
Hey, dude, most people don't.
Yeah,
You know?
and
sometimes the air is thick. There's times when I got to step like off to the side of the stage and ask Marvin on stage, like, "Hey man, check me out because I may or may not have something." He'll go, "No, you're good." You know, and he shines a light. And I don't even. Here's the thing, though. I want to take him out to where I'm not seen getting a light shown up my nose. The people in the audience go, "Oh, I bet Dickie's got a booger."
Oh yeah. Well, no, they probably thought you were snorting coke.
And that's the other thing.
That's what
And I'm
they-
sitting there
that's
going,
what they're gonna
and then I'm
think.
like, what would I rather? You know, because I know I'm going to come back after finding out that there is nothing, and all of a sudden I'm coming back like in jubilation, and they're like, "Oh yeah, he's high as a kite."
And you know what? What I've found as far as being on stage is, and I don't know if this will be like career prohibiting, but when I feel weird or I mess up or something goes wrong on stage, I blame it on drugs on purpose. Like I lie to people and tell them that I'm on drugs.
Cool. All right, yeah. I just hold up the drink. Look at this.
Yeah,
This
you
isn't
see-
even the first one.
Yeah. See
Yeah.
this thing right here?
Or I just blame it on Phil.
Yeah. I'm just.
No, I wouldn't do it.
Man, speaking of Phil, we're talking about Phil Wang.
Yes.
Sir Philip Wang,
Lord Philip Wang, yeah.
Sorry, Lord Philip Wang of the Molly Ringwalds and of many Journey tribute bands. How have you and Phil, the Terror Twins, follow them on Instagram, as we all do. Have y'all had some good times recently? Y'all played on top the Peabody.
We didn't. We
Wait.
were supposed to.
I saw pictures of y'all on the roof.
Yeah, we were up there.
With the
We made
ducks.
it to the gig. The weather prohibited us. And that gig was canceled. That particular gig was canceled. No other gig after that.
Do you still get paid?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
And you know what? Because I asked the Donuts that, and I've asked a bunch of apparently when y'all do when the big guys the big boys do things like that, it's there's either partially or whole guaranteed money to show up.
Yeah, there's something. It's an act of God clause because we
Yeah.
got up there. We were there. We fulfilling our part of the obligation, and we even was like, well, maybe we should set up inside.
Yeah,
And
wouldn't you?
it didn't work out. We thought the rain would pass, and it didn't, and they shut it down, which they were gracious about. I hope we go back because I really love playing that show.
That
and it's
sounds
such a
fucking amazing. Do
It's a
y'all,
great time, man.
Do you get to see the ducks?
Yeah, they're
Right?
right there. Yeah, you gotta wait for the fucking elevator for
The
them.
ducks are bigger than the Ringwalds.
Right.
They are.
One duck
I mean-
took a shit on a red bow tie just to tell me he could do it. Out of the way.
That was part of the Molly murders.
Yeah, exactly.
And that
yeah.
duck
Freaking-
shit.
That's it. Ducky English went right on in. So, they get whole use of the elevator. They block everything off. But, dude, that hotel is great. The Memphis area is really cool. It's got a nice little buzz to it. We got there's a great friend of ours out there. His name's Charlie Birch. And we hang out with him. Love that guy. And we when the gig was shut down, Phil and I were like, "Oh, that's not good." He's like,
Yeah.
"Well, we're here and we've got nothing to do with our time."
Yeah.
And
So what happened?
We made good use of it. Oh, we just grabbed the Jaeger bottle and grabbed the Red Bull and went down to the room and made ourselves free. We didn't get completely annihilated or anything. Just enough to have a good time. Walk down to Beale Street. Went into Jerry Lee Lewis's club. He wasn't there. And it's funny because we walk in and there's like a really killer live band playing, and we go upstairs, and upstairs is all that stuff and the lights,
Yeah.
everything. I'm like, what the hell are we doing up here? Ah, there's less people up here. I'm like, it's because the music sucks.
Yeah,
What
listen
the
to this
fuck
shit.
on it, But yeah, it was a good time. We were since the gig was canceled.
Yeah.
We were back in the room at a reasonable hour.
Yeah, you felt a little guilty,
like-
really tearing it up.
Right, like, let's just go. And we hit the room, and I think even when Phil and I get back to the room, we still don't just crash. It's just, so what do you think of this? What's about this? Hey, what's going on with this? And then we're like, the lights are out, still talking. Yeah, man, and then it just, one of us falls asleep.
And you think there's is there a reason or a history or some other cause that makes you and Phil just kind of connect like y'all do? Okay, I think I've known Phil way longer than you have. I've known him since I was 15 years old when he was in a band with some of my buddies. And you and he strike me as fucking polar opposites. Like,
You would think.
Right? Like, you're nothing alike. You don't like the same music generally. Phil is to me, and this is just an outsider looking in, Phil is more of a metalhead. Like, he loves metal and hair metal. And, I mean, just look at him. And,
Appearances are deceiving, man. Phil and I, Phil's way into the metal scene. Phil and I share a lot of musical commonality. Like,
Really?
People that I was impressed. In fact, I was listening to his iPod one day and like, wow, really? Wow. Okay. And then I'll play something that I'm thinking Phil is going to completely shit can. And he's like, who's that? And I'll tell him, he's cool. And then next thing you know, he's listening to it. And then, he'll do the same for me. I'll listen and go, dude, who's this? And so I think I've known Phil since January 1st, 2003.
Yeah. Okay.
That's when I went to audition. That's the first time I met Phil. Phil was hilarious from day one.
He is hilarious,
Yeah.
and I can't figure out whether it's like a learning disability or whether he's just fucking hilarious.
He's just
like
funny, man. He's
Yeah.
just there's a disposition that Phil has. You know, all of us in that band have our unique trait that we go, oh yeah, that guy. That and I think Phil and I get along because Phil and I consider I don't know how he does. I guess are the babies to the whole thing. Yeah, he's known the guys longer. He's known Jack longer, Randy Wild, and he's
I mean, they were selling House of Blues out like
right.
a long time
and
ago.
Yeah, I've heard that story.
Yeah, okay.
which is true.
Yeah, I mean, it was,
But the you fucking threw me all up.
Yeah, go ahead. You're the babies of the crew.
We are the babies of the crew, and I think
babies in the
it's
crib.
just- I think
Babies in
it's-
the crib.
I think that's what it is. I think that he and that's how I see it. It's like he and I started from day one. We looked at this whole thing like, wow, we both approached the whole because they were drawing huge crowds. Okay?
Look, I'm
yeah.
joking.
No,
but
I know.
I think that's the right way to approach it, right? Like, man, look at this fucking amazing opportunity. Let's make the most of it.
Yeah, and
in
that's
all
what we do.
aspects.
I'd come from bands where they were a draw, but nothing like this.
Yeah.
The first night we played was Rock and Bowl downstairs, and there were 900 people in the
That's
place.
pretty fucking
And,
awesome.
I just, wow, and humbling and thankful and blessed, and sit there and go, if I'm going to do this until the day I die or it goes away, I'm going to make the most of it, and Phil's
Fuck
the
yeah.
same way. Like, and that's not to say that, every night, we have to drink, we have to get through it. It's just, it happens. Sometimes we don't stop, turn it in as much as we do. We just do the thing and have fun.
That's good, though. I think
But-
it's beautiful to have a road homie. That,
Yeah, I mean, he and I just, I don't know, it just developed, and it's funny. Jeff was the one that gave us the moniker. It was hilarious because
Yeah.
Phil and I had come in one night, and I actually have to be the responsible twin to kind of reel in Phil sometimes. Like,
Nice.
Phil, all right, man, look, I know you're getting, and I'm loud myself, but trying to bring him down. And he's like, what room are you in? And I'm with, Jeff for this one, and he opens up the door. Hey, Rob, what's up? I'm like, Phil, get the out of the room. And I'll push him out. Go back to your own room. And the next morning, I hear Jeff on the phone with his wife, and he goes, I got a little bit of sleep. Of course, then the Terror Twins came in at 2 or 3 in the morning, and I lost it. I thought that was the greatest thing. And so
Yeah.
really,
There's
Mr.
definitely a
Lane is
TV show in the
responsible.
Terror Twins, without a doubt.
Yeah, so we're thinking of putting something together that just explains things that you may have missed if you weren't there.
I can't wait. I can't wait.
And so I guess that's what it is. I have a question, though. I've been listening to a lot of shows, and you always talk about the fantastic memory you have. So when did you and I first meet?
Let's see. You want to know what? I couldn't put a finger on it.
Bam, I got you.
I really couldn't.
All right.
I really couldn't because I was a donut guy. Like
Right.
I was raised around them, so I got little bitty pieces of y'all like over the years. So I really don't. I don't remember
Right.
that. I just because I probably knew you for years before we even really talked.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I don't know. Do you remember?
No.
Yeah. See,
No, that's
like
what I
don't.
wanted to know. I'm like, man, I'm really curious. If you got the memory, I'd love to put it all
But I
together.
could, like, I could even tell you the first time that I met Phil, it was in the House of Spam, which is the back garage of my buddy Mark Maggio and another buddy of ours, Squirrel, were living at the time.
Right.
And Jeremiah's Kind was practicing back there. So I was like, yeah, that's who I hang out with. And that's the first night I met Phil.
Yeah.
Like, I remember the first night that I met Darren. I remember the first night. For some reason, it's muddied. Like it was a slow transition.
I think it built at Squirrel's benefit.
Yeah, well, that was where of course. You know what I mean? That was where, in my mind, I tried not to dwell on this too much, but that, like, I think there are, you and I and some other people are friends for a reason because it was like you were inserted there when something else was taken away, right? But thinking about that too much will fucking drive you crazy and make you want to jump out of your own window. So I don't do that.
Maybe I shouldn't have worn this shirt.
Yeah,
Sorry.
no. Look, trust me, it's good. I own 100. In fact, I was someone informed me today day that I have night terrors. I didn't know I have these things. Apparently, night terrors are when you wake up in the middle of the night, like, and like someone's, and you don't even realize it, and you go back to sleep. Well, I was in the. Yeah, you probably don't have that because your life is perfect and nothing bad ever happens. And
No. I've got enough bad shit.
I know.
It's coming.
Yeah,
but from the past.
I
not
did.
Now.
I was informed that, oh, hey, don't you know that you have night terrors? And I was like, oh, no, I didn't know that. I just thought I slept like shit. And they're like, no, you kind of freak out every hour on the hour when you're trying to sleep. So, yeah. So, yeah, I don't think about, I guess I'm going to have to go to another brain doctor to figure, to figure that one out, right?
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I'm actually going to set a camera up because I want to
should.
see. Yeah, I want to see what, and I'm going to put it on the podcast.
But hey, so long as you only pick up the night terrors and not some paranormal shit going on around you, because then that would blow your friggin' mind.
Look, there's no.
I had night terrors because the door to my room just opened on its own.
Yeah, no. There's no paranormal shit going on in my room. I'm positive I'm alone, right? There's nothing going on there, unless it's Prince visiting me.
That would be awesome.
You want to know what? Like, I'd have to be crazy to not mention Prince. What do you think about Prince?
I love him. I love Prince. I was so upset when, in fact, George gave me the news. We were on the phone talking, and we're just in the middle of a conversation. Like, hey, Prince die? I'm like, who? What? And it was minutes before it actually was confirmed. They found. He's like, dude, they found somebody over there. And then sure enough, man, when TMZ reports something, it happened. They're fantastic about that.
Yeah.
It's crazy. 99% of the time, they're right. But, dude, that disturbed me. It really did. The Bowie thing disturbed me, too. But you go, wow, Bowie, wow, that's, cancer tragic. But this, I'm tired of our heroes so close now. And I've said this all week. People have heard me spout this out. But it really bugged the shit out of me, man. And I picked up my son, and I put on Purple Rain, because everybody did. But, wasn't like I put on, hey, I'm putting on Purple Rain now. Yeah. I did put up a post about it, because it just really bugged me.
Sure.
But I picked him up. I put on Purple Rain, and I'm like, and he's only a year old. But I'm like, I said, son, listen to what you're going to miss out on.
Yeah.
And, dude, I started just crying, holding him. And the next night, we played in Birmingham. We opened with Let's Go Crazy. We didn't say anything about it on stage. We didn't say, like, here's, this one's for Prince. We left it alone.
Personally, I think that's the way to do it.
And, yeah, we
did. Really do.
We opened up with Let's Go Crazy. Right when they heard those chords, before the curtain even dropped, they went ballistic. Birmingham's a good time, too.
Yeah.
And we get through
Birmingham, England.
Birmingham, yeah. Well, no, it's Birmingham.
Yes.
Birmingham
was where y'all was at in
right.
England.
There's
hometown.
there's a Sheffield, Alabama as well.
I didn't know that.
There is. I think all of Alabama's British. So, and I think I said it on stage.
Yeah.
Like, we pronounce it Birmingham. So, we get through the whole show. We decide before the encore to end with Purple Rain.
Nice.
And like I said, nothing said. Randy steps up on the light box, hits those opening chords. Crowd went crazy. I'm trying to play it, and I'm crying playing the song.
Yeah.
Never been that emotional for a song. Even when we did, like, Let's Dance and Pressure when Bowie passed away, I was like, this really bums me out, but, man, wow, what a great guy. Thanks for giving us this stuff. But the Prince thing, I don't know what it was. I think it's just because you think this guy's immortal. Well, Phil and I had this conversation. It's like,
that was kind of my question is why? Why is it that we all got, because I got it too, and I'm not even like a major Prince fan, but I will. You know what it is? I guess it goes back to times in your life, because I hit the road this weekend to go to a really awesome party in Florida for the weekend with my buddy Maggio. And when we were in college, he and I lived together for multiple years. And every time, it was, I don't know, a couple of times a week, every night when we were getting ready to go out, I would put on Raspberry Beret on repeat. And because we loved that song, and it was
Yeah.
just like, we're going out, it feels good. And so I immediately went back to that time in my life, and that made me sad.
Yeah.
You know?
And that's what it is. And I think that's a good one. That's a very good reason. I was there from the beginning. You remember Prince coming out. Now, you know, the first album, like 79, 80, in that era, I think 79. But you're there for the whole thing. Like, Prince is mine.
Yeah.
It's part of my thing. Like, Bowie was out before I was born. So to me, Bowie passing, it's tragic, but I didn't embrace it all the way. So you're like there for the whole career. And
Yeah,
I
I
think
didn't
that's
feel
what,
Bowie. Like,
you know,
I didn't feel him.
yeah,
you know?
I mean, I felt it, just nothing like this. It was crazy. And I expect to pick up the paper. What year is it? I expect to look on Facebook.
These kids these days are going to pick the paper up and
I expect to push the Ten Commandments to the side.
old man Dickie
Yeah.
picking up the paper.
Right. Hold on. Yeah. Getting tennis elbow and a bad hip.
The Advocate didn't even mention him.
Hey,
Goddamn Gambit.
and then, and then get on my rotary phone and call somebody.
Yeah, and then I missed the 9. I had to start over again.
Piece of shit. If you look on Facebook and it says Chuck Berry dies, you go, well, yeah. You know,
Yeah,
brother's
yeah.
100 years old.
Wipeout.
It's time to go.
Whatever the fuck he played.
What? No. Chuck
Did
Berry
he do
on
Wipeout?
No.
Wipeout. Yeah, it was Chuck Berry.
That's not Chuck Berry. No.
Oh, what did Chuck
That's
Berry do? Chuck Berry did.
Chuck Berry did Johnny Be Good. He did Maybelline.
Oh wait,
He
Johnny
did-
Be Good.
Yes.
Your kids are gonna love it.
Yes, that's Chuck Berry.
That was Marty McFly, bro.
Yes.
He made that shit famous.
Now, the Beach Boys stole Sweet Little 16 to make Surfing USA. But, yeah, Chuck, Jerry Lee Lewis, Little Richard. Now, I hope they live longer. Nobody's going to outlive Keith Richards.
Yeah.
But,
Or Ozzy.
right, yeah, Ozzy's like, he's chuckling to himself.
He's
There's
a bat.
another one.
Yeah.
But, yeah, man, the Prince thing, it's like, no, that's just not right. It's not right. It doesn't feel right. It
Well, he
feels
was
like
young.
Yeah, very young.
He was young in age at being 57, but also just if you would just kind of pay attention to him the last couple of years, like he was still fucking doing it,
Yeah,
like he
and
was
doing
when
it
he
because,
was.
Yeah, and I always think of this interview on American Bandstand between, because Prince never really gave interviews, so everything he was saying was just nodding his head or one-word
Yeah.
answers. And Dick Clark asked him, "Now I understand you can play a multiple amount of instruments. How many instruments can you play?" And Prince just looks at him and goes like, "Thousands."
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
And I was like, "What?" Like
Yeah.
a dude just thousands.
Yeah, like they haven't even been invented yet.
Yeah,
I could play that shit that hadn't been invented.
Right. Yes, I could play you, Dick Clark. Like, it's just, it was like that was it. It's all he had to say. And when that dude was confident, and so listening to Purple Rain and just the woos in the end, I just I get chills, dude. And then we get off the stage, I walk off, I just go to my own. I'm losing it. 'Cause it's just not fair, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. So Jack was playing the song playing the guitar part in Purple Rain. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And we used to our buddy David and I used to talk about this because he covered Purple Rain in a couple of bands. Uh-huh. And one thing that I can guarantee you about Jack that night and David, because he always said it, nobody played the song better than Prince did.
No, well,
Like
obviously.
you could not play that. I mean, dude, to watch him play the guitar was fucking crazy, man. It was insane how fluid he was. Mm-hmm. What do you think about the whole speculation of the drug overdose?
I mean, I don't know. It's speculation, so I got no thought on it. It'd be crazy, but I don't know what dude does to stay awake or in his own skin. I mean,
but you know what's funny is that this is where someone like someone like you and someone like me differ so much when they hear something like that. Mm-hmm. Where I don't know, like the slight little rumors that I've heard is that he may have had a Percocet addiction, which is a pain pill and oxycodone, and I don't know what else. And when I hear that he may have died from that, I totally understand.
Yeah.
Like, because what happens is people start saying, well, he was here and he didn't look like he was on drugs, and he did this and he did that, and he was prolific. And people don't understand that at a certain point, you can't even talk to people or get out of bed without that substance
Right.
that you're on. And it could have been his fuel that created all that.
Could be.
You know, like
It could be slowing himself down too.
I don't think so, because I've been there.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I really have. I've been there. I've been there to where to be creative or to do what you have to do or get out of bed, like, there's this other thing that has to happen to make it work. And I just think maybe one day he got the cocktail wrong. You know
Right.
what I mean? And because, you know, they found him in his elevator, and who knows what the truth is until.
I know, and that's what I said. I don't have, you know, the only opinion I have on it is that if that is the case, no, I wouldn't pass judgment. He's not the first.
No.
all.
But I'm
And
saying,
I'd be
and I don't look down on him at all for it.
No.
Because I get it.
The only disappointment I have is that, God damn it, it got
He's
you.
gone. He's
It got
gone,
you.
right?
But everybody's got to do what they got to do. I don't have to do it. You know.
Yeah.
I get upset when people are more famous for that than what they did.
Yeah.
Like let's say Amy Winehouse, okay? You know, excellent musician, very talented, but when you become more famous for the drugs, I get pissed at that.
Well, let me ask you this. If you found out definitively that from the first time that Prince ever picked up an instrument that he could only write and perform if he was on drugs, would that make you look differently on him?
No.
It wouldn't.
No.
And that's the right way to think about it, because people are different, dude.
Yeah, no, it's
like,
that. Look, hey, wow,
Tackling
sorry
Fuel.
had to go through that, but hey, thanks for the albums.
you ever seen The Waterboy?
Yeah.
Tackling Fuel.
Damn.
That was his fucking tackling fuel,
Yeah,
man.
and
Like,
that's what it is. And yeah, it's a shame. Yeah, it disappoints me that, like I just said, it sucks that it happened.
Yeah.
That's what it took. But look, man, show me somebody else that could do that with the same cocktail. So it ain't the cocktail. Brother already had it. This just kind of opened up the box.
Totally agree. I totally agree. I really
that's
do.
all.
And it's a lesson for people to understand that, like, things can happen to you where you get hooked on things, and it's like that becomes the crutch. Like, I can't do it without that.
Right.
I can't. Like,
And we joke about the Jaeger bomb thing.
Yeah.
You know, I don't need it. I don't
No,
drink at home.
trust
and
me.
I'm paced.
I've been to plenty gigs where you've played and you haven't even drank a drop. So
Yeah.
I get it. And you know what? You were better probably when you were 100% sober on stage.
Thank you.
are.
I agree.
You are. I remember. Right?
Totally agree with that.
But it's crazy because they were saying, like, there was some surveillance video of him. The last video they had of him, he was at Walgreens trying to pick up his prescription, and he
Right.
looked, quote, agitated. And you know what I thought about that? Prince ain't got nobody to pick his prescription
Thank you.
up
That's
for
probably
him.
what did it. Man, this is bullshit.
Man, I ain't picking up no more of
Right.
this shit. Motherfuckers asking me,
Yeah.
you know, paralytics asking me for my goddamn autograph
Right.
in Walgreens.
Right. You know, does he sign with the symbol? What does he sign with? You know?
I think at this point he probably signed his name.
Yeah, he's probably back to
Right, he was back to the name.
He's back to Prince. That was
That
all a
dude,
bunch
that
of-
whole symbol thing, that was like, people don't really realize, like, this dude started putting out records under the artist.
Yeah.
Like, that dude put out records with a symbol. Like, and I'm so big, you know, this is me right here.
Yeah.
And look, my guitar looks just like it.
Yeah, because he kind of had to. You
Yeah.
know, the way the record labels were getting him. And at the time, with nobody knowing all that information, going, what is this bullshit? You know? But then you read and go, oh, wow. And,
And
then he survived it. Like, he got through it because there was some backlash on that stuff. Like, what do we
Of
call it?
course
What
there
is it?
was.
The
Oh,
artist
look,
formerly known as.
I was one of those people who was like, you fucking bitch.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I really was. Like, I still wanted to hear the next song, but
Right.
I was like, you fucking what?
Yeah, like, who the hell are you?
And
but
I
then,
did.
But that was the question he was asking. Yeah, who the hell am I?
It doesn't
I
matter.
can't even use my name.
Yeah.
And I got to do this to keep getting records and music to you.
Because
And you look at it and go, oh, hey, man, my bad.
I don't know the exact stats. I will say this. He's the first man I ever saw in ashless chaps. I mean, which was man, that was mind-blowing.
Awesome.
Right?
I bet it was.
Came out on TV and was like, I got my ass hanging out and I'm straight and I'm going to take your girl.
Yeah, exactly. Here I come. And I'm
Right?
disappointed I never got to see this guy live.
Oh,
I'm so upset about that.
I never did too. But dude, I've heard so many. I've actually heard a lot of horror stories about him performing live.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I'd have loved to have been there for the horror story.
well, I know, but things like nobody in the crew or is allowed to look at him in the eyes.
Oh, yeah.
And I listen to Howard Stern all the time, and he talks about this private party that he went to at somebody's house where Prince was playing, and there's probably 40 people there, and Prince is about to play, and all the lights are out. It's black, and Howard talks about how he's like sitting there, and he's like, turn the fucking lights on. Like, who the fuck are you that I can't see you? And Howard actually said he went to somebody and made him turn the lights on, and Prince stopped. And he was like, nope, turn the lights off. And, like, you have to sit there and watch this dude in the fucking pitch black.
But then it gets back to what you were saying. What if that's the only way that dude could get through that?
Well, yeah.
So you don't know. It's like, hey, he's not an asshole. He's just off balance.
He definitely had something going on.
Not making an excuse for it.
No.
But,
He definitely had something going on where he couldn't let people know how old he was or what he really looked like or whatever, because he always had glasses on and the shit covered up. So there's part of me that thinks that there was some torture going on in there.
Yeah.
Right? Like a dude like that's like totally don't look at my eyes, don't all of that. What a fucking tortured life to live.
Yeah. But
You
when he verified the Charlie Murphy story.
Oh, dude, Dave Chappelle was his record cover.
Yeah, put that other. You go.
You knew he had a sense of humor.
It's like, well, you do this, but you do. So there's nothing other than the symbol thing when it was totally misunderstood that I ever look back and go, wow, man, what an asshole. He just always loved him.
But here's what's great is that, let's just put aside the I play 1,000 instruments thing. No, seriously. Put that motherfucker aside, right? How many stories do you have verified by famous people like Charlie Murphy? He schooled us in basketball.
Yeah.
Jimmy Fallon, he schooled me in ping pong. Like, was this dude good at everything?
Pretty much.
Was this the second coming of Jesus and we missed it?
Except mixing the right amount of drugs.
Right?
You kind of messed that up.
Like, wait, has it been 3 days? Is he going to rise again?
He might.
Like,
Prince might be showing up.
Like, it's like, how does this dude, a great athlete, good at ping pong, can shoot the rock and play all of this stuff? Like, he's once in a lifetime. Yeah. I think that's why it's such a big loss, because everybody understands. I spent a lot of time last night thinking if there's anybody else left like him, and I think it's Stevie Wonder.
Yeah.
Right? Is that the only other one that is, like, left living alive who is,
McCartney. Yes.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yes.
You're right. But
Stevie Wonder in a completely different fashion.
Well, but what I'm saying is McCartney is past the age where it's a tragedy. He's in his 70s.
Right.
He's like 76. So it's not a tragedy anymore, right? Like,
right, but I guess so.
57 for Prince is young.
Yes, it is. But Stevie Wonder's up there too, man.
Yeah,
but I don't want him to go. Like even Phil showed me something on the phone. It was like, wrap this dude in bubble wrap.
And he did a little interview the other night with Anderson Cooper where he talked about Prince, and it made me cry sitting there watching it, because Stevie fucking cried like 4 times during it. And I just felt the pain, because they had set the whole thing up where he was going to play in between the interview, and at the end of the talking part, he had to apologize. He's like, I can't do it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm having trouble talking right now. I can't play song.
Did you see Stevie Wonder for the Rock Hall of Fame concert?
Yeah.
Sing
I did.
Way You Make Me Feel?
I did.
And lose it?
Yeah. Right?
That's
like
crazy. That I was like, like I had goosebumps.
Yeah, it makes you realize how much those dudes feel and how much the connection they had, and despite the fact that there's a lot of people who think Stevie really can see. Do you know that?
Dude
have you ever heard that?
See. Yeah.
Have you ever? Did you see him catch the mic stand?
I don't know that he caught the mic stand so much as he just look.
We're just in the way.
Guys on a different plane, man.
Yeah,
I mean, he
you're
knows
right.
somebody's coming. He probably like, hey, you there? And like,
Yeah.
and a microphone hit. Like,
Yeah.
oh, that's lucky.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit, here we go.
Yeah. Oh, or maybe Stevie just is like Daredevil. I don't
Yeah.
know. I mean, that's all.
Yeah, he's
I don't
definitely
think
out there.
Stevie can see. Stevie.
Yeah, you know what?
It would have TMZ would have found out by
I
now.
don't give a fuck if he can see.
Yeah, if he-
I really don't. He
Right.
could just bust up tomorrow and be like, I can see y'all.
Yeah,
and
hey,
be like, sweet.
Yeah, it's great. And then he sucks.
Yeah.
It's like, oh man, go back to being blind.
Oh, man.
But I would say Stevie Wonder. I'd say McCartney because McCartney just wrote the soundtrack for pop culture
Without a
and
doubt.
Lennon. But
Okay.
there's some stuff going
What
on.
about Hetfield? What if Hetfield died tomorrow? What's bigger, if Hetfield or fucking Prince dies? James Hetfield.
It's a big deal, but I don't think it'd be bigger than Prince.
Why? Look, everybody. Dickie just gave me the biggest. Like, the fuck are you talking
Yeah,
about?
exactly.
Look,
Well,
hey,
not
bro,
that I-
James Hetfield is
Hold
God
on.
to some of us.
To some of you. You understand what I'm saying? It's like, hey,
some of you freaks.
I appreciate Hetfield. I appreciate Metallica. I know the difference between Hetfield and Prince. Okay? That's the thing.
Yeah, I do too. I'm just trying to
It's
have
good.
some fun.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun.
yeah, bro, that was great. I mean, and then for God forbid, Lars Ulrich, we lose him.
All right. Well, didn't they already? Is he? Yeah.
No. He's out there
Plays
still
like he
trying to
is.
bang around.
Hey, shit. Now he's gonna be knocking on the door, dude. Yeah, that's right. You can't play, you Danish prick.
Well, Dickie, I think we're right about an hour, man.
All right. Yeah, man,
wha-
these things go fast.
Well,
dude.
when you're here, they do. I love having conversations with you and just the most random shit, and it's fun, and I hope people enjoy it because it goes fast and it feels good. You got anything else coming up on the plate, or what you got coming up, man? I kind of feel like you'll be back here in a couple of weeks, but what's going on in your world?
Not same stuff. Trying to get the kid to walk. you
Yeah.
know, in the personal realm.
Yeah.
That's gonna be my next, magic trick.
Yeah.
Is getting him to walk, but he's just getting through his teething. Musically, Molly's is still rolling, man.
Yeah.
Still going strong.
Where y'all going soon?
We'll be in Bossier City Friday. Yeah. For something. And then Baton Rouge for something else.
Hell yeah.
That's a fair in Baton Rouge. Bossier's a casino. And look, forgive me, man. I know where I gotta be when I read the
Trust
thing.
me, I don't think it's weird at all. I was telling Shice earlier that I don't ever look at our calendar because I'm just available, and they will call me the week of and let me know where I need to be.
I know, but
and
it's
I'll
a shame
be ready
that
to go.
I've got this right here to be like, oh, we're gonna be here, and I can't tell you. I know it's a casino.
Yeah.
That might even be wrong.
Well,
but
you want to know what? Since you've totally failed in
thanks,
promoting
man.
your band,
wait up. But
I'm
that's the
gonna let
great
you
thing.
know-
I've got this rotary phone here. I can look it up. I got an app for that. I don't know. Let's see. What's going on? Hold on. Let me just.
God
There
damn
we
it.
go.
I'm-
I messed up. We're,
Well, while you're looking, I'll go ahead and plug my band.
there you go. Yeah. Tell me
Paper
where you're
Chase. Hey, all of my Baton Rouge folks, we're making our first trip to Baton Rouge this weekend. Friday night, we will be at the Rue House. I'm very much looking
That's a
forward
good
to
time.
it. I really am very
like
much
it,
looking
place.
forward to it. Y'all come out, check us out. We're gonna play all that hip hop and dance shit that makes you shake your booty, and y'all can come look at Jessica. It'd be a good time.
Do it. I might even go. You know
Yeah.
what? To heck with Margaritaville Casino in Bossier City, Louisiana on Friday. Or St. Thomas More Parish. Yeah, is that what it is? Yeah, Parish Fest in Baton Rouge.
Hell yeah.
Did that work?
Yes, that's perfect.
Yes.
Well, Dickie, I appreciate you coming on, and I know it won't be long before you're back, and
can't wait, man.
it's been a good time, and this is Wine and Cheese. We'll talk to you then. All right.
You think I'm afraid of you? I've crashed an airplane, been hit by lightning, hit by sledgehammers. I don't want you back.
I just don't know what to do. I'm too afraid to love you.
Kick down the front door with my boys, the type of dudes you intend to avoid. We get together, we start shit, we like noise. the plate. Man, we couldn't wait to hear the hate. As loud as this motherfucker was bringing it, you think the lasers was coming from hazings of aliens, changing colors, karma, 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 chameleon. Fuck music, he made noise, he destroyed. He turned us from little boys to lunatics with no poise who like to annoy, enjoy.
I just don't know what to do. I'm too afraid to love you.
Kick down the front door with my boys, the type of dude you intend to avoid. We get together, we start shit, we like noise, we make noise, we make noise. Turn it up loud enough to hear my voice. Let the crowd and the whole world join. We make noise, we make noise, we make noise, we make noise.
On stage, off stage, backstage, no shades, not afraid, uncaged, all rage, front page, headlines on a dime to reach around the sublime. Anytime, overtime, low, 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 blow, wrote some lines, refined for me to co-sign. Stains like iodine, witty like Einstein.
What to do? I'm too afraid to love you.
Invisible, transient, a fist full of Ambien. Can we win? Good night, I'm right. It's so pedestrian, water soluble and diabolical. Maniacal, maniacal, I'm all around reliable and automatic, emphatic, addict, full of static, static. No commercial rehearsal, I flip it forward, reversal. Dance, kneel, jump around, slide your body in the sound. Down, down, everybody in the ground, everybody.